To say the things that he's saying now, this is not the guy that we were married to.
Trigger warning, we're going to be talking about a whole lot of stuff Kody said that nobody wanted to know. It is astonishing, really, that something happens in this family that gets filmed for the show. Months later, they gather everyone to react to some clip, and this is the shit Kody comes up with to say. If he's not talking shit about his ex-wives and ex-kids, he's apparently giving us insight into his sex life that literally nobody asked for. Gird your loins, y'all. Tonight's episode promises to be a doozy. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get into today's video. Hey everyone, what's up? It's Sarah and welcome back to my channel. So it looks like in episode 6 that will be airing tonight, Kody reconnects for a sit down with Meri. I'm assuming post Meri being granted her release. They are kind of Franken-splicing this season, so it's hard to tell with certainty when any of these scenes have been filmed. At any rate, at least for purposes of the show's storyline, they want us to believe this conversation happens after Meri gets her release. The shit that comes out of Kody's mouth is astonishing, really. In my opinion, the wives are still affording Kody a certain level of cloak of charity, but Kody is like verbal diarrhea anytime he sits down on that interview couch. It is quite the sight to behold. Kody lets Meri and us, the viewers, know that ever since Meri went forward with the spiritual divorce, he can actually stand her a little bit.
Some of the things that he's saying are really mean. He clearly has a lot of internal that he still needs to work on.
Where we are now is I actually like you.
God's be praised.
Well, I didn't for 6 years.
I'm not gonna go hang out at Christmas. I'm not your wife anymore.
I do have a wife who says that Meri is our family and you need to have her come over for Christmas. I normally just disregard her opinion.
No, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do. Really? You don't know me if you think that I'm not a man of my own mind. I don't know how we define ourselves with each other from here.
We're exes. Let's be real. You don't need to worry about me. I just wish you knew how amazing of a person I really am.
Okay, 2 big takeaways from this teaser. 1, Kody, the ever so condescending little leprechaun that he is, lets Meri know that being around her has been making him less itchy lately. How sweet. I am so glad this conversation is happening face to face as opposed to being confined to just couch confessionals. Like, Meri hears this bullshit from Kody's own mouth firsthand, no editing, no filter. And in my opinion, Meri is giving it right back to him in this exchange, and I am so happy to see it. She tells him she's not his wife anymore, and for someone whose celestial status is a numbers game, that's actually a sick burn, even if Kody can't stand Meri. But then that brings us to my second takeaway. Kody tells us Robin is still insisting that Meri is part of the family, and Kody lets us know that he makes it a habit of routinely disregarding Robin's opinion. I didn't think this would have to be explained to a 50-something-year-old man, but here we are. There are 2 things here that are not mutually exclusive. You can, in fact, be a man of your own mind and be mindful of your spouse's opinions and feelings. I actually believe Kody when he says he routinely disregards Robin's wants and needs. That doesn't surprise me in the least. He also blamed Robin last episode for being the reason why he suffered for so long, purporting to still be married to Meri. There are so many red flags here in these statements. Mark my words. 5 seasons from now, I will be pulling these same clips when Robin announces that she has had enough of Kody's bullshit, and I will be using them as examples of signs that were there all along. Robin, Kody is just not that into you if he doesn't respect you, and clearly he doesn't respect you if he doesn't take your opinions into account. Bragging to Meri that he routinely blows you off, that is so belittling. Everything is a one-way street with Kody, even when it comes to Robin. Robin must show him loyalty. Robin must show him respect and blah, blah, blah. But he doesn't actually reciprocate any of that to her. And then this really is the moment nobody asked for. Kody explains F and F to us, you know, where one of the F's stands for fighting.
I wish you would have made your choice sooner.
My choice was always to stay. Had I wanted to leave sooner, I would have left sooner.
You don't get to be in plural marriage, with a leadership. Leadership will never allow you to marry again if you're discarding wives. Well, didn't even know I was in terrible relationships. You don't know you're in a bad relationship because all your friends have the same problem until you're in a normal relationship that has deep emotional intimacy instead of some people call it F and F and the second word is fight, or F and F and the first word is fight. That doesn't create intimacy. That just creates orgasms.
It's not divorce that sucks, it's marrying the wrong person because you don't know. I don't know, I can't philosophize this. We could philosophize it to death.
What sucks is marrying the wrong person and not having the decency to tell her until 32 years later.
There is so much to unpack here. First off, Kody is saying that he never knew that he was in bad relationships because all of his friends were having the same issues in their relationships. Maybe that speaks to the nature of fundamental Mormon polygamy. It seems like dysfunctional family trauma runs a lot more rampant than any good examples of plural marriage. I don't know. And come on, Kody, you wish Meri would have cut things off sooner? You should have cut things off the second you realized you no longer romantically loved her. I love that Meri is honest here. She's like, I wanted to stay and work on our marriage. Had she wanted to have left sooner, she would have. This puts the onus and the spotlight squarely on Kody. And Kody says something very interesting. He reveals part of the reason why he never left any of his wives is because he knows his church doesn't look kindly on that, and they wouldn't have allowed him any more wives had he just been in the business of discarding his wives. Janelle and Christine actually talked about this in recent interviews about what a polygamy pariah Kody is now. Losing 3 wives in 2 years is a big embarrassment, and Christine and Janelle said that if Kody was still attending church in the AUB, he would have likely been disfellowshipped over all of his bad behavior. Kody is talking all big and bad in the safety of his solo couch interview, telling us he doesn't recognize the authority of his former church anymore. But then in another breath, he is telling us maybe he would have wanted more wives. Well, which is it, Kody? Look, I have always said that the chances of Kody taking another wife are low, but they aren't zero. And the church telling him he can't do something would be just the fire Kody would need to get back in the dating scene. So I really don't think it's completely out of the realm of possibility to see a future season consist of Kody courting another wife. But could you imagine? Robin would shit a brick. But I mean, her feelings don't matter anyways. Kody will just disregard them. I don't think Kody's relationship with Robin is anything that resembles normal. Y'all are only around each other. You just told one of your ex-wives you don't give a shit what your last wife standing thinks or feels. Your deep emotional intimacy is just code for her endlessly stroking your ego. Let's get real. F and F, that doesn't create emotional intimacy. That just creates orgasms. Dude, I am so uncomfy. But we don't have to wallow in the world of the ick for very long. Kody brings us right back to horror when he tells us it's not divorce that sucks, it's marrying the wrong person. Is this the act versus performance debate all over again? Wouldn't the very nature of getting a divorce mean that you married the wrong person? What am I missing here? In what scenario would you divorce someone you thought was the right person for you? Well, Kody can't philosophize this, and neither can I. But what you can do is let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel. Check out my second channel, Sarah Spills. A link for that will be in the description of this video. Follow me on Instagram, Threads, X, and TikTok at Reality Squad, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Have a good one. Much love.